So let's move on to Black Clover, chapter 245, Dante versus the captain of the Black Bulls, aka one of the best chapters of Black Clover probably to date. I feel like,
Ooh.
at least
Wow,
hype. I'll put
that
out
hype?
hype wise, bro. First of all,
Yeah.
Yami got a new move. Find a fucking lead. God damn, bro. Finally, you got a new move. I'll access after the overview, but I have a question on that. We get to see Dante once again say, "Fuck this magic shit. Let's go to the hands and try to run ones with Yami," which I also thought was badass. And we get to see Yami, who I definitely didn't expect to get what looks like a dub. Seems like he got a dub over this demon guy. I think there's more to it, but at least the chapter ends with a badass move from Yami again, um, against this Dante fellow. So we'll have to see how this goes. Uh, my question is like, so Yami pulled out a mana zone, but
Right.
my question was like, were they trying to say he just learned this mana zone ability fusion, or were they trying to say he just learned mana zone? Because that kind of like threw
I
me
don't.
for a second.
That's. I was thinking the same thing, low key, and I would have to really look back slash research if he really did have mana zone, quote unquote. But
Yeah,
it is kind of debatable, right? Because I don't think he really showed out a mana zone up until now. So I could definitely
right.
believe it if nothing else.
Then it would see, but
And
then it raises
is
bigger questions about the Black Clover universe, and that would be like two things. One, like if he didn't know Mana Zone, we've already seen a couple of captain level people use Mana Zone. So my assumption is it's like something most captains know, but either way, it's kind of like so how did Yami get here? Like to the captain level, was it just off of like two spells? Or like his raw physical strength, like what got him to
I
that point
mean,
if he's just learning mana zone now. And then the
it,
other part of that is just I I wanna know if this is related to the royal blood bullshit. So is the lack of like him getting to mana zone this slow has something to do with his bloodline not being like royalty or having a high affinity to magic, meaning like if you're royal, you're likely to achieve mana zone much sooner than I don't know, Asta if he had magic or someone else that's not of royal blood, like a Magna or something like that. Uh, that's what it brought to my mind.
I
But yeah,
feel like Yami can use Mana Zone because like he was also there when they were doing like the Mana Zone training for the young niggas, and I felt like he was like giving niggas like his own little Yami type tips, which really don't go past push past your limits. But I feel like if he
yeah,
didn't, Yami would be like, well, I don't know how to do this shit, and
boy,
then
hold up, pause,
right.
pause, 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 pause. Though I mean, like Monozone isn't the same of what they were. If you're talking about when they were training with Homegirl Mary Leona, that wasn't technically Monozone though.
but didn't come out of that with Mana Zone though?
Now, definitely knows Monozone, but the thing is that I don't think he knew it at least at that point in time because they were more using. I forgot what it was called, but it's more like Mana Cloak, if you would. Like Monozone and like the Mana Cloak, quote unquote, isn't the same thing as far as how I understand it. Mana Zone is pretty much using all the magic within a given space around you, while Mana Cloak is just pretty much using your own magic to cloak yourself with it to try and as pretty much like an increased defense, if you would.
Okay. And I will say, I mean, I'm not for sure, but I feel like I kind of remember him using his black like sphere thing at a distance,
Mhm.
to like shield some other niggas. Like I feel like I remember that. And obviously, if he uses at a distance, then would that be monozone? But honestly, I haven't seen him do it enough to remember. Whereas other niggas,
Right.
like, I've seen them use it like a shit ton.
Yeah, I'd have to check that one out. But like as far as monozone goes, like the best picture, at least I have of it, is when one, when Julius used it, and two, when Leone used it. I think those were pretty like the best, easiest ways to kind of tell what's really going on. And when Leone used it, Homegirl was literally creating magic techniques from all directions because she was pretty much using all the mana in the air in a given radius. So that's like, I mean, as far as Yami using something like that, I don't remember him doing. But again, I don't know. It's actually a pretty decent question. But whether it is or not, though, it's still curious as to what exactly Black Moon is, as far as this new technique he used now.
Oh,
As far as
it said it. It said it's basically think of it as like a zone that does Asta's anti-magic blade on everything within the radius. So it said it's erasing my spell within its territory. So basically, it sounds like he can just shut off any magic within the area of this mana zone fusion thing, this black hole mana zone fusion. So it's basically Asta within this space.
Holy crap.
Yeah, it definitely is. I see why they only give Yami a couple of spells. I'm still disappointed in that, but it's like, damn, bro. Because like even that, he also leveled up the fucking Dimension Slash more. I think like it seems like he did it more, or maybe I just like didn't understand it that well. But they were saying like he was saying, oh no, I guess he always does that slash space apart, and he did against the War Demon. So yeah, nothing really changed with that move. But
sorry, just to cut in real quick, I was just reading up via Google. Apparently, his Equinox slash, basically his Dimension slash that he did on the Word Demon, was a Mana Zone Dimension slash.
Oh, was it?
Okay. Interesting. So then basically he might have actually leveled up this basic slash, because now it seems like the basic form of it can do what he was doing to the Word Demon, right? If I'm not mistaken.
I guess I don't know as much.
No, I'm talking to Jacoby.
No, I'm trying to think it like well,
I just feel like the comment of he slash space apart, I don't understand if that was like the author trying to give us this is better, or if maybe just saying this is my first time experiencing this move.
That's what I think, at least from what I'm getting. Like it didn't seem like the regular Dimension Slash that he did, the Dark Cloak Dimension Slash, was any different from what we've seen as a reader. But since this is his first time, he's just saying, "Oh, okay, you literally are able to slash space apart. Makes sense. Darkness. Okay, and putting 1 and 2 together. That's why I think he just mentioned it like he did. I don't think it was really any like stronger or anything like that. At least from what I'm seeing, I'm not getting that
vibe. Also, so he was also shutting down magic with his presence as a Demon King. It looked like, because what's his face Finral couldn't use his spatial magic.
Yeah, I mean, in that sense, I was just thinking that his gravity magic literally increases gravity on everything. Oh, right. So if you remember a few chapters back when Gauss tried to attack them, his gravity magic affected his light too. So I think that his gravity magic literally increases gravity for like everything, like magic, everything in the physical realm, just period. Like it literally affects everything. Minus what we've seen from Asta. I think like Asta and probably Yami too, his gravity magic probably doesn't affect. But I think those are the only 2 exceptions we've been introduced to so far.
Got it. Yeah. But,
wow.
Go ahead.
No, I was just giving like big ups to like the fight and just like these abilities in general. Cause like, holy crap. I mean, these two
when this is animated, this shit is about to go like next level hard, I think.
Yeah, it might.
Like this this mana zone slash like this EI slash that he did. Like that's probably like one of the strongest moves we might be introduced to so far too. So
all right.
Like, fuck. I mean, I got to put some respect on Yami. I did not think he would be able to put up this much of a fight, to be honest
Me
with you.
too.
The only
The
thing
way
that
Dante smoked
sucks,
the spot. Go ahead.
right? I mean, like, I honestly thought that he would, like, I thought that he would give him, a challenge. Don't get me wrong, but it looks like he's definitely going to need to increase his demon output to win. And that's the one thing I did want to mention that unfortunately, because of how much they put respect on Yami's name, that only means that now Dante's got to go that much harder and probably is going to give Yami a pretty hard L next chapter.
Yeah.
I think that they pretty much set him up almost to fall. Because I mean, there's no way Yami's gonna get a dub. Like I can't see it. Like based on how like the flow's been going with the series, there's no way Dante's losing.
Haters gonna hate.
I'm sorry. I mean, it sucks to suck, but like I mean, what did we say his demon output was at right now? Like 60, 65
Yeah.
max. Like
Push
there's
Somewhere
past
around.
your limits, bro.
Yeah, he's gonna turn it up to 80, 90, I feel like. So R.I.P. Yami.
yeah. I mean,
That's
I mean,
my
like,
thought. My thought is he got hit, he gonna be a little bit mad, and he gonna be like, all right, I gotta just turn it up to let you know, like, I I didn't just come here because I was an idiot. You know what I'm saying? I fully intended to take out the Black Bulls, bro. So that includes you. So I felt like he has to turn it up to 11 just to let us know like he's not to be fucked with.
right. And low key, he's talking about like kidnapping like all his like arcane Black Bull, people. So
Yeah.
like Gray, Vanessa. I mean, based on how he's talking, Yami is about to get kidnapped too, low key. So
Facts.
I don't know. I'm just seeing it's about to be dark times for the Black Bulls hardcore. I just see it coming.
Yeah. I do kind of like what they're saying about arcane stage. It seems like a little bit here, which is like one, the Black Bulls has a large amount, but I feel like it also means that uh basically like arcane stage at a low level shows up as like kind of trash magic in a way. I felt like because most of like the Black Bulls, besides Gray, I felt like because her magic was just OP from the start, kind of started off as like spells that don't seem that great, and then once they turned that shit up to 11, you're like, oh, this nigga is broken. So I feel like arcane magic at like a shitty level shows itself as like kind of weak, and then once they find to figure out what it is or how to turn it up to 11, then you're like, oh yeah, this shit is broken. Like I'm sure
True.
Yami at a weak point, like while he had this dark magic, he was probably just like slashing black rays at people. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like probably wasn't doing a whole lot. But now it's like, okay, arcane stage, what is dark magic at the core? And then it's like, oh well, it turns out this shit is low key anti magic. So like him being able to do shit like that is kind of like, oh wow, all right. But he had to turn that shit up to 11 in order to figure that out. So
True.
I don't know.
It
I
kind
guess
of
I'm saying there might be more trash people in Black Clover that end up turning into some broken ass shit later on. Like who this could mean a lot for Finro too on at the end of things. His magic's already broken to me, but like he doesn't use it in a broken way yet. And we already saw kind of what his brother was doing with the shit. So
right.
I don't know.
No, it's I feel you there. It's kind of almost like a quirk vibe for My Hero, right? I mean like Mirio being like the prime
Yeah.
example. I mean like that quirk was literally trash until practiced and used in the proper way. It's literally broken and OP. So they're pretty much doing the same thing with like these special magic abilities, aka the arcane stages. So I
Yeah.
definitely feel that.
Yo, if
Same
Finro
thing with
gained the
Nero too, because
ability, go ahead.
oh no, go ahead.
I was gonna say if Finro gained like a Sasuke type ability where he can like swap shits places or something like that, or just like teleport things at a distance, even if it's not like his brother where he like cutting you up, if he just like literally moving you, he could become pretty hard. Like he gonna have to get on that Asa Yami diet. You feel me? Bulk up a little bit, but if he did, he'd be decent. He just ain't trying to put in the work.
That's true.
I mean,
Like
he's
like this
already
series has showed me that you don't gotta be good at magic, bro. You could just have some basic magic, a shank, and just get really strong. And like you'll probably be a top tier wizard, you know?
True.
Yeah. I mean, and I think he's already kind of like the bus for the Black Clover, so it's kind of like a nice segue to what you're saying. He already transports them wherever they want. So I mean, I don't know. I could see them stretching it a bit and leaning into, well, now your spatial magic could just like, do that more instantaneously rather than how he does it today.
Yeah.
But yeah. And I was just echoing that like Nero is also one of these people who started off with like a very trash magic, and then like through turning it up to 11, it's now like, oh, I could just unlock anything, like unseal shit, like what? So
True.
yeah.
Good point.
But yeah, you ready to rate it?
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna give this a decent as hell plus. I can't give it a lit yet, but I would give it a lit if I watched this in the anime. I think it's great to finally see after all of these fucking months, probably years now, of complaining, Yami finally has a new move. Like how he still found a way to use the fucking dimension slash, but I appreciate that he finally got something new. So I gotta give it decent as hell for that. Plus the fight itself was dope. I like this villain a lot. I'm really liking the Dark Triad. I think these niggas might be up there. Like I thought the elves were one, but I really appreciate how the author is kind of able to. He just writes really good villains. Like I don't know, to go back to back. Like I thought the elves were pretty solid in themselves, but like now to go from that to this, I wouldn't. Usually I don't see it where it's like boom, the next villain is already better. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I felt like the elves were kind of hard to top already, but I'm really liking the Dark Triad. So yeah, it's dope. Decent as hell plus.
Let's see. I'm gonna give this. What am I thinking? I'll probably give it a straight decent as hell. Only reason no plus is that I don't know. Like I gotta put like my emotions and my ratings. I'm sorry, I gotta do it, but just like foreseeing Yami about to gain slapped, it makes me uncomfortable. It's like I see it coming. I feel it in my soul, in my heart. Like for the simple reason that you said, like the new ability, they finally got it out. Like it came with a cost. I'm sorry, but it came with a cost, and that cost is is Yami about to get slapped by Dante because he's like, wait. I mean, like he's literally wearing the crown for a reason, so it's gonna happen. But as far as the chapter itself, though, I mean, it was great. Dante again pulling out the stops, doing what he can, and then Yami pulling out pretty much one of the most OP defensive moves that we've probably been introduced to so far. So, I mean, it's putting respect on two of the big hitters of like the series, at least so far. So, I mean, bravo, decent as hell.